Hello children, welcome back to the unit of inquiry class. Hope you all are doing good. So we have stepped into our fourth unit and we started it with provocation through pictures as usual because we are online and until we go face to face classes we have to do some provocation activities like through videos or images. So for this unit again I had to take the help of pictures. So this time the task was to guess the keywords with the pictures, right? So there are 2 to 3 pictures on the slides which we will be seeing in the upcoming slides. So I asked you to guess the words that comes in your mind when you look at the picture, and then we can frame the central idea with those pictures. So the first pictures, as soon as you saw these, you came up with different answers like oil, eatables, all those things, and many of you guessed it right. You came up with the answer of products. You came up with the keyword, you said products, and that was right. And in the second slide you can see there are some step-by-step process going on. So if you see, the first step is peeling off and rejecting, slicing, washing, frying, separating and packaging. So this is some step-by-step process. You said it's a process, it's going step by step, it's a procedure. And some of you also said it's changing from one step to another. There is a change in certain things. So the second keyword that you guessed right was changes. Okay, so we have guessed the first keyword as products. This is changes. And this, as soon as you looked at this, you said these are animals, animals in the zoo, and you can see people waving, and you saw some products being carried by the helicopter or the drone. So you said that it's carried from one place to another. So the keyword for that were, that thing was distribution. So you guessed it right again. You all are knowledgeable, and those 3 keywords that you guessed were products, changes and distribution. So with these I asked you to frame the central idea, and many of you came up with different central idea. And as you can see, the central idea is many products go through a process of change before distribution. So we learned about materials in unit 2, and you can connect this with that unit, because in that we learned what is material, what are the properties of the materials, how materials can be can react in according to the different situations, what are the chemical changes happening, what are the physical changes happening, and how we can you transform a material so that it doesn't affect the environment. So all these we learned. Now this also can be connected with that, because once a material is formed, that becomes a product, right? Somehow it has to be a product. So those products has to go through a process of change before distribution. So before you give it out for distribution, it has to face a lot of changes. So this is what we are going to learn in this unit, and this comes under how we organize ourselves. And there is a reason, because this is a kind of organizing, right? Because as soon as you make a product, you cannot distribute, you cannot give it to the consumer who is going to have or consume it, right? So there are different stages in that, right? As you came up with the answer, product life cycle itself, that itself is an answer. So when you look at the step-by-step procedure of all these, it comes under the theme like how we organize ourselves. So it's also a kind of organizing things. There is a proper procedure for everything, right? So this is what the central idea talks about. And the lines of inquiry talks about the relationship between a product and its origin. So before we get that product, as a consumer, we all are consumers, right? So where does that product comes from? For example, when you buy a mobile phone, you can see at the box or at the mobile phone itself where it is made in China, made in Japan, various kinds of things. So where does it come from, right? Where is its origin, right? So I gave you an example, and you also gave many examples of Lay's chips. You said it's coming, farmers are they are taking a big role in that, of course, yes. So that kind of origin. So here we will be focusing on brands as well, not only the products. Of course, products comes under different brands, and we will be learning different brands and its origin. So we will be doing certain activities relating to that, and then we'll moving on to the transformation product goes through. So before we consume the products, what are the changes that goes through? So here we can have different perspectives on this. One is that we can learn about the product life cycle. What is the life cycle of a product? Like how from the base in the sense when the manufacturer gets the idea of what to develop and how to develop, and who are the consumers, who are they going to target, from that onwards to till the distribution. So we can learn all that. Then we can also cover the parts like the development, product development, those stages we can cover up, and then also the distribution process. So everything has got its own process. It's a chain of process, and each process has got a detailed thing in that. So we will be learning all those transformation is nothing but the changes product goes through. So it also talks about the 3 R's, which is very important, the reduce, reuse and recycle thing. So that is also important, that will be also covered here. And then systems for product distribution. So what are the different systems where the products are distributed? So what are the ways that the product reaches the consumers, in what are the different ways? So because now we are in the digital era, we will be learning about the evolution of brands, we'll be learning evolution of products, everything we'll be covering in this. This is going to be an interesting unit. And again, I'm telling you, this unit you can connect it well with your materials unit, because that was something like a raw material, right? And this is about the product. So both has got a good connection. So all this we'll be covering up in this unit. We'll be learning about different brands, different countries, and how they evolved from the historic period till now. So everything will be interesting in this. So lots of stories will be there, right? So I hope you will enjoy this unit, and I hope that you will apply your research skill and thinking skill a lot here, and use your communication skill to enhance your communication here. So all the best. See you soon.